Well, we heard this morning from D.C.'s council chair, and we even heard a little bit ago from Senator Tim Kaine about the future of D.C.'s criminal code. Last hour, we spoke with Council Chair Mendelson, who had this message for his fellow lawmakers.
Messaging around the bill is so important. And in hindsight, the council didn't do a good job messaging. You know, you don't have the comparison sheet that shows where we are on different crimes with other states, or the comparison sheet that shows where this bill is in terms of what judges are actually doing.
All right, so that's part of his take. The House, obviously, one of the first to approve a resolution to squash the revisions, and so we wanted to get their take on it. Joining me now is House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Congressman, I really appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
Yeah, anytime. So it's interesting. We've been trying to cover this from as many angles as possible to help out our D.C. viewers. And we just heard there from the council chairman in D.C. who said, quite honestly, we made a mistake in our messaging here, that it does look like maybe we are soft on crime. I know that's been your argument, your colleagues in Congress. What is your take, first of all, on the bill itself and the messaging?
He did make a mistake, not just on the messaging, because the messaging is a result of the actual bill, which reduces and or significantly eliminates consequences for every crime in the District of Columbia, with the exception of first-degree murder, Steve. And the way we look at it, the crime is on the rise in the District of Columbia and, quite frankly, all across this country because of these anti-police, pro-crime, or I guess soft-on-crime policies that Democrats have been pushing for the last couple of years. And the D.C. Council did exactly that. It's not just the messaging, it's what they're trying to message. And like it or not, the U.S. House of Representatives, Congress, still has oversight over the District of Columbia. So we brought a resolution to undo this. We need to be tough on crime, Steve. People want to be safe in this community. They want to make sure that they're protected. That passed overwhelmingly, although pretty interesting. Abigail Spanberger, the representative for this area, she and 172 of her colleagues just took a partisan vote on the side of the criminals. And I think they were pretty surprised when Joe Biden, who even knows how bad this change to the criminal code was, said he is actually going to sign this resolution coming out of the Senate now in the House.
Were you surprised by Joe Biden's decision there?
Actually, no. It's the right decision. What would have surprised me is if they continue this partisan approach that anything Republicans propose is bad. In this case, look, we're supposed to exercise our supervision. We had a Democrat colleague who was actually assaulted in her apartment house the day of the vote. She, of course, voted in favor of this resolution. Again, Abigail Spanberger and the 172 Democrats that voted against this, they're siding with criminals and pro-crime policies instead of getting tough on crime and protecting the very people who voted to put them in office.
I want to bring this back to D.C. for a second. What are the other arguments? And this is just, again, responding to what the council chair said to us earlier this morning. He made the argument, take it for what it is, and I'll get your response to it. He made the argument that while, yes, the city is reducing crime in some places, including the carjacking penalty, there are very few other cities that even have carjacking penalties. And he threw out comparisons to other states, including one of your colleagues from Tennessee, that even the reduced penalty would be stronger than in some other states. Does that make a difference to you?
Absolutely not. The message that the D.C. Council is sending is that we're open for business to criminals. Steve, I'm going to tell you, I come from Minnesota. We have a terrible problem in Minneapolis and downtown St. Paul, and it's the same issue. You got to be tough on crime. You got to have significant consequences. You got to have prosecutors who actually will enforce the laws. Remember, the reason we have government, the reason we're civilized, is because our government is supposed to protect its citizens and their properties and their property. And the D.C. Council, they did not do it in this case, Steve. That's why Congress acted. That's why the president is actually going to sign this. And quite frankly, that's why Abigail Spanberger should be answering to the people who voted for it.
Congressman, one last question for you. And this is the big one for most of our viewers. And we're speaking directly to the people of D.C. here who watch us faithfully every morning. I don't think that anybody who's watching is going to argue that they want more control over crime in D.C. They want less crime, right? Everybody's concerned about the amount of crime in the city. One thing that a lot of our viewers are concerned about, though, is the oversight coming from Congress right now. And I know you have the oversight by the way that the law is written right now, but the question that we get from a lot of people in D.C. is, are you going to exercise that more often now than you have in the past?
Actually, Steve, I think this is a perfect example. The D.C. Council did something that, quite frankly, is directly opposed to securing the safety and well-being of the citizens of the District of Columbia. This is where Congress should act. If they keep doing pro-crime policies, if they keep trying to push things that are not in the best interest of the citizens of the District of Columbia, I wouldn't be surprised that Congress will take action. But this one's pretty clear, Steve. They voted for soft on crime policies. Congress acted, and even the president recognizes how bad this is, which is why he's going to sign this resolution and override the D.C. Council.
Well, Congressman, we, and by we, I mean all of our viewers as well, love to know what's happening inside the halls of Congress, so I do appreciate your time this morning.
Appreciate you, Steve.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. That is House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, recently named House Majority Whip, I should say.